All right, beautiful people. All right, beautiful people. Woo! I know you guys can see me and I know that you can hear me. It's lovely and beautiful to see you here today. It's lovely and beautiful to see you here today. So, we're just going to be waiting for a few people to join in so that we can have a beautiful session today. You're welcome. 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 All right. Woo! I know you're excited. I know you're excited. We're going to be starting right now. We're going to be starting immediately right now. Hope you love my new outfits. Right? I'm testing this style now to see if it's nice. So I hope you love it. And even if you don't love it, I love it. That's a business mindset right there. That's the business mindset right there. So let me just quickly share my screen so that we can get started immediately. Let me quickly share my screen so we can get started immediately. Today we have a session that is going to be power packed. I'm telling you for a fact that when I say it's power packed, I mean it is 100% power packed. All right. So I'm just going to share my screen and we're going to start immediately. I don't want to waste any time. I just want us to dive right in immediately and start sharing the good news So let me just quickly share my screen. Nope. Present. Share screen. Entire screen. Screen. All right. I think we're in now. We're in. 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me share my screen right now in a bit. All right. I think we're good to go now. Okay. All right. I think we're in now. All right. So it's day two. It's day two, guys. It is day two of the CPA Money Workshop. And remember, we're all CPA money makers here, right? We're all CPA money makers here. And we're here to make some good money for ourselves. And I want to say a very big welcome to every single person. There's something I want to say in day one that I probably did not say. I want to say if your access to this particular workshop in day one was delayed or whatever, I want to say a very, very big apology for that happening. Some of these things happen and it's not in our control. For instance, maybe after you make payment, it's supposed to go into a what do they call it now? You're supposed to go into a DM so that you can get your payments confirmed. You know, a lot of people, maybe because of network or something, it doesn't happen like that, and it's just sad. It's just sad. And I want to say I'm very, very sorry, even if it was not our fault. But somebody has to take responsibility. Remember what I've been talking about? Self accountability is super important. That you take yourself accountable, whether it is your fault or it is not your fault. So let's do a small assignment check-in. So hope you did my assignment. That's the question I have for you. Hope you did my assignment. I remember I told you that the assignments are self-assessment. The answers are already in the workbook, so it is for you to just give an answer and go and look at the workbook and have an idea of what I'm trying to teach you, portray to you. So some of the things I told you to guys to do yesterday was to watch all the replays, right, and to list out 5 celebrities that you've seen doing CPA. I've seen a lot of people who have come to tell me in my DM that, oh wow, they really loved their eyes are now open. They're now seeing these things more and more as they go through social media, as they were scrolling through TikTok. And I'm super happy I was able to impact people's lives in that particular way. Then I also talked about you guys listing some companies that you've seen online that has some CPA deals, like some things I'm going to discuss today, like how to get CPA deals to a very large extent. When I was much more younger, I didn't know how to get deals, and I'm going to show you how to get deals here in this particular workshop. I've told you guys many times, I have an academy called CPA Academy, but right now I don't think we want to take anybody since they were closing out. And I don't know, because a lot of people have come to my DM and telling me that okay, they want to work with me and over. If you want to work with me, I told you guys I learned CPA for $4,000. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you want to work with me personally, it is $1,000. I'll show you guys how much I charge for all these things, but just so that I can reach out to as many people as possible is why I'm organizing a training and a workshop like this. All right. And yeah, of course, am I going to gain anything from it? Yes, I'm going to gain anything from it when you start working with me, because if you work with me and you make money, I make money as well. So I'm not going to come here and sugarcoat anything and pretend like this training is one savior strategy or something. But my promise to you is that I'm going to make sure I deliver on every single thing that I promised you. And that's why I'm taking my time to break this thing down. And that's why today's class is going to be a bit longer than the other day's class. Even I don't know how long tomorrow's class is going to be, but I'm very sure it's going to be longer than yesterday's class. And that's because I want to take my time to share this thing with you. And after the whole workshop, after the 3 days of the workshop, you'll be getting access to all the replays, like I said, for you to keep totally free. I don't want to charge you for that or whatever. And you can always rewatch the video. And if you decide to work with me, that's fine. If you decide not to work with me, that's also good as well. So and also on that dashboard where I'm going to put the replays and everything, I'm going to add other materials that I feel will take you so far. I know the struggle. I know how people are struggling in Nigeria. I know how things are difficult for a lot of people, but my aim is to make sure that no matter how small it might be, you're going to get some kind of value in this particular class, because I know value is dependent on who is listening to what I'm saying. So I'm going to be going both high, both medium, and both on low, so that everybody in each class, depending on your level of understanding, you can always understand what I'm trying to put across as well. So expect everything nice from today's class. So another thing I asked you guys was, what other companies did I mention that looks like they do CPA? And I hope you did the assignment, because like I told you, we talked about discipline, talked about the 10 truths of success yesterday, and you by now understand that the small tasks put together is what brings the big results. It's not like there's somebody that is better than everybody that once he does something. No. The small tasks that he has been compounding over the years or over time is what now bring the results that you're looking for. So it's time for our declaration, guys. So this is what you're supposed to say to yourself 3 times. You're going to say, I am a money maker. I work with systems that generate profit. I solve problems and I get paid. I am rich, right? You're going to say, I am rich and I am wealthy. So like I said, I am a money maker. I work with systems that generate profit. I solve problems and I get paid. I am rich and I am wealthy, right? So what we're going to be covering today, just give me 1 second. Somebody's trying to buzz me. I don't know why. Somebody's trying to buzz me. Give me a second. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so what are we going to be covering today, right? What are we going to be covering today? Today, we're going to be covering how to do tax and how to get people to your deals. We'll also be talking about the different types of tax and the highest paying types of tax, because depending on just like every other job, depending on what somebody does for you, it determines how much you're going to pay for the person. So if somebody saves your life, you're probably paying millions. If somebody just comes to clean your shoe, you won't be thinking about paying the person millions of dollars or millions of naira, right? So there are different types of tax, and different types of tax pays differently. So we're also going to be talking about how to get people to your deals without spending a dime, because I understand that a large number of people here probably maybe don't have money to spend on running ads or things like that. But of course, in as much as I don't take that as an excuse, right? I totally understand and empathize with people. But of course, there is a way you can still get people to your deals without having to spend money on ads, right? It might be harder, it might be much more stressful, but it still works as well. I'm just being totally honest with you guys. Then we shall be talking about getting people to your deals using paid traffic, that's ads. Organic traffic, that's mean simply by posting on your WhatsApp or whatever, but you have to be very strategic about it. It's not just posting anything on your WhatsApp or on your Telegram or Instagram that is going to bring in people into your to use your company services and for you to make money. No, it's a strategy, and it's part of the things I'll be showing you later today. Now, there's also how to attract the best people to your deals so that you make the money faster. And there's also how to create a simple system using CPA. And to end the night, we're going to be talking about how to get deals, high paying deals that pays around $300 to $1,000 commission, and how to do those tags. Then also how to get high paying deals, and also, sorry, the types of CPA deals and the offers from different companies, and also how to negotiate deal. And to end it up, we'll be doing an account setup and a live account setup to show you how to get these deals and how simple and easy it is to get these deals. And I'll talk about my own personal deals that I have in my CPA Dollar Academy with my students who work with me. Now, so let's get started. So before we get started, there's something I want to talk about. I don't know, it just comes to my heart to tell you guys these things because I feel these things are super important to success. Like I said earlier on, you need to have a working system in order for you to make a lot of money. That's a system whereby it works already, and you're just using that system to turn your $1 to $2. Okay. But one thing that, like I said, that you need to have a working body, a working mind, in order for you to make a working system work for you. And a good way for that to happen is self-discipline and self-accountability, just like I've been saying, right? Making yourself the victim, trying to get people to pity you is really not a very good strategy. If you decide that you want to get rich, you need to take responsibility. You need to own up, your shit and say, okay, I want to get rich. I want to totally change my life or whatever. And one way that can help you do that is the concept I call the pastor's work rate, right? That's one way that can help you do that. Sorry for the call. One way that can help you to do that is the concept I call the pastor's work rate. Now, the way the pastor's work rate works is that now every single person in life who wants to run a business should see himself like he's trying to run a church. I'm a Christian, by the way, and I just admire how God has been able to break down business such a way by it's now easy for you to see it in terms of like his children. So if you go to the church now, the church is almost like a business organization. In fact, if not that the church was not a business, right? Probably maybe most of the churches would be like super, super rich and whatever. But now just look at it. Look at the kind of work rate that your pastor puts in order to make sure that the church is in order. On Monday, right, he probably goes for one prayer meeting or something. I grew up in Reading, by the way. He also goes for one prayer meeting. On Tuesday, he does Bible study, gathers the congregation, talk to them or whatever. On Thursday, he does prayer again. On Sunday, he must do a different teaching. So all those kind of things, right, that the pastor does, right, is just to make sure that the church has one particular bond. But the problem we find now is that a lot of people the kind of energy that people even put into going to church and things like that, they don't put that kind of energy into their business, right? The kind of consistency, like if you go to church every Sunday, right, you have to think about your business like church. All right. Of course, I understand that, okay, you should not be your God and all those kind of things, but just try to learn from the instruction that God has given to you, right, and apply it into your business. Go into the world and multiply means that go into the world, right, and tell people about my gospel so that the kingdom of God can expand. So if you run a business now, you're supposed to also go into the world and tell a lot of people about your business so that you can make money in the end and their problems can be solved. Because at the end of the day, you're a problem solver and you owe it to people in order for them to like get better or for their situation to get better, because there's no reason why you're holding the solution. It's better for you to sell the solution to people than for you to hold the solution and say, okay, you want to be a saint, you don't want to sell to people. So the same kind of action that your pastor takes in order for him to get great, right, is the kind of thing that I want you to think about. There's a time your pastor didn't even have 3 chairs in his church, but now he has a big auditorium. There was a time your pastor had to like beg people to come and join him. That's cooperation. So whenever you think about giving up, just remember that your pastor that has been pastoring your church for over 40 years. I remember how he was before and how he is now, and you see the difference, on how his life has changed. That's the same thing that he applies into business. That's the same mentality. You don't give up. You keep on going for the goal here, like head on. So I hope I've been able to like change your mind in one or two ways. To be honest, that's if philosophy I just think about every single day. I'll be like, okay, what is my pastor probably doing now? And if I can like hit home that, I'll be like, oh, it's probably preparing for a Bible study. Why don't I prepare for this particular thing in my business? So I just decided to share that with you guys, and I hope you've been able to get value. So back into the training, right? Types of CPA deals and offers from the companies. Now, there are different types of CPA deals, okay? They are pure CPA deals where once somebody uses the product, the service of the company once, they are going to pay you one off, and they are not going to pay you anymore. So that's a pure CPA deal. Then there's also a revenue share deal whereby as the person continuously use the services of the company. So let's assume that I'm promoting Kuda Bank now, right, as a CPA expert, and I'm helping them acquire new customers using social media, right? Let's assume that somebody walks into Kuda Bank and signs up with Kuda Bank and start using Kuda Bank. And the first deposit of 1,000 naira, Kuda Bank gives me 1 naira. The next deposit of 2,000 naira, Kuda Bank give me 2 naira. And they can continue, doing it like that. And for the rest of that person's life, as long as he continues to use Kuda Bank, you're going to be making money for the rest of your life. So that's what revenue share is, right? And I love it so much because that's some of the deals that I have with some of these companies. Sometimes I'll just log into a particular dashboard and see money there. It's because of the work I've done in the past. But now I keep on reaping the fruit of my labor, even many, many years to come, as long as that company still exists. And remember, you're partnering with European companies, so nothing will do them. Basically, that's what I'm trying to let you know. But you see, pure CPA now is also very, very good. But you want to make sure that you have a very high commission, so that even if the person stops in the service of the company, you've collected enough commission for that work that you did. And commissions can range from as can be from like 20% up until 400%. And the deal I'm on right now, and the deal my students are using, is a commission base of 150%, which is super, super good, just simply because most of these companies already trust me. Now, there's also the upfront payment where they pay you for the services that you do later. So it's not like they would have already paid you thousands of dollars before you even take and do the service, take action on the service, basically. And that's also fine as well. And there's also can be a hybrid model where they're going to mix it. So a company can offer you maybe 20% commission and lifetime revenue share, or they can offer you to pay you upfront and still give you revenue share. So it's possible that they can mix all these types of deals. So how exactly do you negotiate deals that pay the most, and some of the things that you need to consider? So if you're negotiating with a company and you want to get a very, very good deal, one of the things that can affect how much that company can pay you or will be willing to pay you is the industry that the company is in. So like I said earlier on, there are different kinds of companies and different kinds of industries where you can get all the CPA deals. So if you did your assignment, you see that, okay, there's CPA deals in tech, in software, there's CPA deals in forex, there's CPA deals in crypto, there's CPA deals in betting, there's CPA deals even in dating industry, right? There are different deals and different companies in all those deals that can offer CPA deals. So for example, now a CPA deal in betting can be the one that 1xBet is doing with Davido, where Davido was posting on social media and telling people to click his link so that he was going to make money. So that's betting. But the niche that pays the most, or the industry that pays the most, is actually the financial market niche, and that's the niche I find myself. That's the industry I find myself, right? The forex niche. And remember, you don't have to be a trader in order for you to promote any niche that you want. And I used to use this example a lot because I feel it's an example that a lot of people can relate to. If today I hear that people that are selling bra are making billions and billions of naira, and I want to start selling bra, I don't necessarily have to start wearing a bra in order for me to know how to sell a bra. I just need to know everything about the bra and now sell the bra to whoever wants to buy it, or whoever wants to take it. So it is not something that whenever you're entering into a business, don't see yourself as the laborer in the business. Just see yourself as somebody who just needs to be knowledgeable in the business so that you can leverage the opportunity in that particular business. So most of the people who work with me, we always promote forex companies, and forex companies like pays us like stupidly well. I'll show you some of my dashboards and some of my withdrawals later on in today's class. So another thing that you have to consider when you are trying to partner with a company to get them new customers using social media or whatever is knowing the actual requirement of the company. Because yes, guys, I'm not going to come here and tell you anything that is not true. There are bad deals and there are good deals. Companies are like, remember, business is business, emotions aside. That's the truth. Some companies, if they see that you're very, very good, they might still want to give you a bad deal, or they are going to give you a term and condition that you cannot meet, so that they do whatever it takes not to pay you. All right, but of course there are ways that we know how to get all these things. It is super simple to identify the companies that are bad for you, and I will still explain some of all these things later today in today's class. Then also the traffic sources, right? Depending on the kind of deal you're promoting, how are you promoting deal? Are you promoting deal by posting on social media or posting on Facebook or using Telegram or promoting a video on TikTok, or are you running normal Facebook ads? Personally, I feel ads are the best if you want to get to $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 every single month, because that way your revenue is faster. But social media also works as well if you're just starting out and all you just want to make is maybe your first $500 and so as well. So one of the things I normally tell people is to get a company that pays at least 80% CPA, or they offer a lifetime payment structure, because that's what works well for me. Because 80% CPA now, if you're running ads, will be very good for you. Be able to like get a good amount of money back so that you can reinvest in the business and make multiple. So in fact, usually the return on ad spend is usually around like 4x. So if you're running ads, you can spend 1 million and make over 4 million if you know how to do it using a system that works, right? Then what targets are you supposed to meet? They are going to give you a target, of course. And don't if a company is giving you a deal and the company is using you to do shakara, don't be too needy. There are a lot of deals out there, just like I'll show you. So now let me show you guys a live demonstration of getting an Ion FX account. I've partnered with people in the past. I don't partner with them anymore, right? Because I'm now using more of lifetime deals and more of very high CPA deals, right? So I've partnered with people before, but I'll just enter my dashboard and show you how easy it is to sign up with these particular companies, and I'll show you the exact deals I am using right now. So let me just quickly go. So just like I told you, man, CPA deals are actually everywhere, but if you don't know, you don't know. So I can say top CPA deals, right? 2025/2026, right? And if I click on enter, you can come here and see. You can see even according to AI. Okay, look at what AI is saying. Top CPA deals 2025 include high payouts in forex. Like I told you, forex niche is where you make a lot of money, where they can pay you up to $800, right? Or crypto, which can pay up to $2,000. Betting, which is what Davido is on, can pay $700 and all. They say there's also success in business of apps, which is software, like I said. So there are so many branches of CPA that you can make a lot of money. If you've some of you have never ever searched this thing I just searched, but you can see that with just one sentence now, right, you are probably out of your way of poverty forever and ever. You can see that there are also other industries that you can get CPA deals. You can see health and finance. You can see mobile and dating. Like so many things. So many companies that are willing to offer deals. So if I come to this one and click, for instance, you can see so many companies and how much they are willing to give. So this company says they're going to give $800. This company said they're going to give $1,000. This one said they're going to give $1,200. So you can see rev share here. Let me try to make this a little bit bolder. So if you scroll down now, you can see rev share that I was telling you about. So you can choose this or choose this. You can choose this or this, and some of these ones said they are allowing what hybrid deals. So that's basically how simple and how easy it is. And let's say you want to partner with this one now, you just click here. They say earn up to $1,000 per referral. So this is an amazing business that can totally change your whole life if you understand how to do it. So now let me just even go. If I want to partner on Ion FX now, I can say Ion FX partner program, right? I just search there and you can see it here. I click here. Let me see if I can open again. All right, so you can see if I want to sign up, I'll just go through whatever I want to go through and I click on register. I want to show you how super easy it is to sign up with these companies. And you put in your name, you put in your last name, you put in your email, right? You put in your country of residence, you put in your phone number, and you put in your password as well. So once you register and click on register now, somebody is going to call you and reach out to you and get you set up. So when they get you set up, they're going to give you access to your dashboard where you can go ahead and withdraw your money. So if you look top here now, you see my name and you see my email address right here. So you can see that I have commissions written here. Everything here always moves into this particular main account, and on this main account I have about $71. Wait, let me see if I can even just make a withdrawal right here so that you guys can see how beautiful this particular business is. I'll just withdraw $50 in your eyes so that you see. So there are different ways you can make your withdrawals, so guys, so you don't get confused. Right, once you start making money with this business, there are so many ways you can make your withdrawals. It's super easy. You can make your withdrawals to your ATM card, to your digital currency, to through NetTeller. All these ones now, they are free to open. Skrill account, they are free to open through local agents, local bank transfer, and also traditional bank transfer method. So personally now, me, I like withdrawing using digital assets or crypto. The simple reason is simply because, let me go back. The simple reason is simply because if you withdraw with crypto, they send it at the best rate. So so I say I want to do 50. So if I do 50, I come here, I click on USDT, I put in my wallet address, and I click on submit. And once I click on submit, that is all. Once I click on submit, that is all. See, success, right? So that withdrawal has gone like that. And before the end of today's class, I'll probably get an email telling me congratulations, blah, 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 and all that. So this is like what it's going to look like. This is what the dashboard is going to look like, Sha. You have your name. See, the thing I've removed the money now. So you have your name, you have everything and things like that. Then they'll also give you access to this one where you can see your activities, your commissions, your how much what kind of commissions you're on. So like now, if I come down here and show you my commission plan, right? I'm just giving you a walkthrough. So you can see that my commission plan is 150% commission. So on this one, I have 100% commission here. On here, I have 150% commission. So that's like a simple commission plan and how it normally looks like. And if you want the type of my deals, I'll tell you later, maybe on day 3, because my deals are like super great, and I work directly with most of all these particular companies. So that's basically how you apply. Like once you just put in your name, email, and all. In fact, they'll even call you on phone. They'll tell you, hello, how do you meet us? All these people put in now. They'll now give you the login. They'll now send you your email. They'll send you the login to your tool dashboard, and you're now literally good to go. You can find your link, on your dashboard that you can use to start promoting, and you're literally good to go 100%. That's very simple. So we're going to talk about how you can promote as we go on in the class. So it's very easy. You can see how easy it is to set up. You can see how easy it is to withdraw your money. Everything is super simple and super straight to the point. So in the workbook, I gave a deal application template that you can always copy and paste if you want to apply for a deal. In case they ask you some questions, everything is inside our book where you can answer those particular questions. Like this template literally shows you how you can partner with these companies, even if you're a fool. But nobody is a fool under my voice in Jesus' name. And like I said earlier on, high-paying deals are very hard to find. Like this particular one that I just showed you guys, I had to go to London to go and get this deal by myself. So you can imagine how the kind of stress I went through just to get this particular deal and all. So I have different partners actually. Like I said, you don't have to partner with only one company. You can partner with different companies at the same time and make money for all of them at the same time. And this is one of my partners in Cyprus. I also have partners in France like Alina and so on and so forth. And if you use the same exact deals that I use, it's usually faster for you to make profits because you're paid more based on the fact that people know me. And let me just show you some quick results of some of my students earlier on. This is the one that me and my community did $33,000 in a month. So it's not just only me, it was a lot of us. This is also Bolaji here, who was able to buy himself a car of over 7 million, because now, based on the fact that he had a very good deal, the money was coming faster. So that is it about how to get deals. So it is very simple. Ordinary Google self can help you, but recommendation is one I recommend the most, because now if you just get them from Google, they don't know why they are going to trust you or whatever, right? But if you're coming from me now, I'm telling them that okay, this particular person is under me, I'm teaching him, so you have nothing to worry about. Give him the highest deal that you can give, because these companies also want to protect their own interest and they don't want to be in any loss. So how do you do how do you do this tax for them, and how do you get these people to your deals? So like I said, there are different types of tax, and how much this tax pays depending on the nature of the tax, right? Different types of tax with different payment that you get for each tax. So for instance, now if a company asks you just simply to sign up, they're going to pay you a small amount of money. If a company asks you just to submit a form, they'll pay a little bit larger, app download a little bit larger. But the most preferred I'll tell you is for somebody to make a deposit. And people already like to spend money, but they just want to make sure they are spending money on the right thing. So the more important that the tax is for the company, the higher that they'll be willing to pay to their partners who are going to be helping them fulfill all those simple tax. So how do you get people to your deals, or how do I get people to my deals without spending a dime? And it's what I call the organic method, right? It's what I call the organic method. Like I said, there's a paid method where you can just talk about the company and run ads, right? Or you can use the organic method, which is AI organic, just like the video now. What the video was doing when he posted on his Twitter was organic method. He didn't run any ads or whatever. It's free. Social media is free, so you were just leveraging it the proper way and making money from it as well. So if you're on social media, there's no reason why you're not making money from social media. So you can use organic method to make your first $1,000. When you want to get to the point where you're now making $2,000, $500, $5,000 and above, you can now start, doing paid method for yourself. So this is how Dean used to make $1,036 in a month from organic traffic using his normal Facebook account. So what I'm going to do is that I think I've opened it already. So this is Dean's profile that he uses for CPA marketing. So like I said, that the forex niche is the most the highest paying niche, and you can see all he just did is that he made a simple design like this and say financial analyst, trade signals, whatever, and you can see his face. You can see his face here, and you can see that what he's posting here are just normal posts. But I know that a lot of people can still struggle to get all these posts, even if they are as simple and as easy as this. And that's why Dean right here now, for instance, he has access to this particular channel where he normally gets easy things to post for himself, right? This particular channel. So he just comes here, copy this, and once he copies this, he goes and pastes in his channel. So because he's promoting a forex company now, all he simply has to do is to post about forex. Like I said, if you want to promote a bra company, all you just need to do is to post about what bra. He doesn't have to trade, doesn't have to do anything. He just goes to this particular group, copies what he needs to copy, and paste here. And now people are now going to start talking, right? Just like I mentioned in this particular slide, right? Once he opens a Facebook account, you can use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anyone you're comfortable with. You just have to start posting posts that are related to the company that you are promoting. So if I am promoting a company that is selling, let's say, Pampers now, I just have to be posting posts that people who have babies like, and that is all. Then because he's my student, like I said, there's a content room I opened for him, and he just normally goes there, copy and paste and all that. Then people are now going to start making inquiries. Okay, what is this? What is that? Then you start making friends, with all those people. Sorry about the call. You start making friends with all those people, and as you make friends with them, some of them are going to start using your link. It is that easy. It is that easy, and it's that simple. I promise you, right? It is a simple process that you just have to do consistently. And because of that, he was now able to make over $1,034. Look at this particular part here. He said, "Chief, what's up?" I told him how far I did. He now said, I asked him, I said, "How much have you made using the organic strategy in 30 days?" He said he has made over $750 that particular month. And I was like, you the ball, because me, I'm very, very jovial with anybody I meet or anybody I talk to. And he said that one was even slow, that in July he made $2,250 for himself. And that is exactly where I want you to be, right? That's exactly where I want you to be. Because once you start promoting these companies, it is super easy for you to start making money, because you just have to do the same thing every day and you make more money than you ever made. So how exactly do you now attract the best people to your deals? So like I said earlier on, if you are promoting a company that does one particular thing, right? You need to understand what you want as well, right? Understand what you want. So which kind of person do you want to use the company? Do you want somebody that will just come and look and go, or do you want somebody that will come and look and buy? You have to think about what you want. Then where are these particular people? So for instance, now if you are promoting a company that is into selling Pampers, you don't want to go where men are gathering. Maybe men are gathering might even be good, but you don't want to go where maybe single people now that don't want to marry, somebody that's even avoiding pregnancy. You now tell him that you should come and buy Pampers. He will run away from you now. So you have to think and say, okay, this type of people that I want to promote to, where are they normally? Then that's where you now go and sell whatever you want to sell. So if you have a meeting of maybe your church meeting, after your church meeting finish, then I'll say, okay, mothers, please wait behind. You go and sell your Pampers there. That one make sense. So that's exactly how you have to think about it. Marketing is just your everyday life. It's your normal psychology. So you have to think about what can you give them to attract them that is actually valuable as well. Because now, for instance, sometimes you might not be able to go and meet them where they are. You might want to attract them to you. So something like, if I'm selling Pampers, now I don't know why I like this Pampers analogy, but it just makes sense, right? If I'm selling Pampers, what I can say is that, okay, I am giving free feeding bottle if you buy Pampers from me, because I know that anybody who needs to buy Pampers probably has an infant that needs a feeding bottle. So that's another way that you can attract the kind of people that you want. And what you normally use to attract the best people is what is called a lead magnet. If you remember in day one, we talked about traffic, and I said traffic is just anybody who sees your product. That is traffic. But if that person that sees your product become interested, it turns from just normal traffic to a lead. So a lead is just somebody who has shown interested in something that you want to sell. All right. A lead is just someone who has shown interest in something that you want to sell. Okay. So how do you attract somebody that is probably maybe going to show interest in what you want to sell? Is by giving out something that is valuable or free to that particular person. So for instance, now if I have a store where I sell baby things, what I can do is that I can make a small video talking about the best way to take care of your child. And at the end of the video, I can say something like, if you want to buy stuff for your children, I have a click link in my bio, or come to my store and buy that stuff. That's simple. That's a free lead magnet. Okay, and a lead magnet is just something that you exchange. So that's free video that I give now. Before I can say, okay, before you watch this video, give me your email and give me your name. So we have exchanged value. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have exchanged value. So normally a lead magnet helps you get people's information, like their email address, phone number, WhatsApp, or whatever. So a typical one for me and you now, like that I'm talking to you now, I'm telling you that I practice what I teach. That's why I want to give this particular example. When you saw my ad, or however you saw me, maybe you saw my content or whatever, maybe you've been following me for 3 years, you saw me talking about CPA marketing. And I told you that, okay, I'm trying to attract people who, personally now, I know that I'm trying to attract people who are very, very serious about life, and people who want to work with me to grow their finances, right? What I'm going to simply do is that I make a video saying, okay, there's this system I know, and this system works for me. It has worked for a lot of my friends and all that. There's this free video that I want you to see. And if you watch this particular free video, you are going to, you'll potentially be able to be on the journey to change your life. And you gave me your name, you gave me your email, and you went to go and watch that particular video. So now you're my lead. All right. And after you watch that video, you paid for something. And after you paid for something, now we are here together. And now we are learning the same system that you're going to totally use to change your life. So you can see that the fact that you are even here watching this particular video right now, right, means that the system that I am using right now works. I have used it to attract you. You can also use it to attract a lot of people and also change your life as well by partnering with companies and promoting their services. All right, I just like that. I just like the analogy I just gave, but that's not the truth. The fact that you're here means that my system works, right? So it is called a magnet because its job is to attract potential customers for usually free. So there are different types of lead magnets. Like I said, it can be a free video training like the one you watched to come in here. It can be a WhatsApp class. It can be a mini course. It can be a template or script. It can be a quiz. It can be a checklist. Anything. And all these things are super, super easy to create using AI. And these are some of the things that I normally teach most of my students in my CPA Dollar Academy. So how do you create a lead magnet, right? The best way to create a lead magnet is to simply think about the questions that somebody who is your potential customer might be asking in their head. So for instance, now for me now, for people who I want them to partner with me and make money, the thing that they're thinking in their head every single day is how can they make money, right? And I make a video and say, do you want to make money? I have this particular training for you. Simple, right? You see that it's a working system. So then I simply just share the link to people, or I use it to run ads in my case, and I make money as we go on and on and on. So how exactly do you create a simple system that can make you around $300 to $1,000 every single month? So I'm going to be using organic traffic to give an example right now. I'm going to be using organic traffic to give an example right now and immediately. So here's an example, right? So to create a system that brings you daily cash with CPA, you just need what is simply called a sales funnel or a sales pipeline. Now, don't let it make you think too much. Okay, so see this bottle now. This is my water bottle that I use to drink water. This is the bottle that I drink in my house. Now, if somebody comes in here, if this is your shop and somebody comes in here and the person has to get here in order for him to buy something from your shop, probably maybe in between, the person has to do a few things like walk into the shop, look around on the shop, and select the thing that he needs. Whatever process that he does, all right, in all these particular parts is what is called the sales funnel. So basically, imagine this is a funnel and this place is big. So the person comes in through here, or a lot of people come in through here, and the people who buy now come to this particular point. Okay, so it's just an analogy. That's why they call it a funnel. And some people don't see it as a funnel, some people see it as a pipe, just like this bottle. So you can call it a sales pipeline as well. So a sales funnel is simply a step-by-step process that guides someone from being a stranger to becoming a paying customer. So let me use Chinedu's shop where he used to sell furniture, for instance. So Chinedu now, he puts a big banner outside and says, hello guys, I sell furniture. I sell the best furniture in Anambra, Awka State, close to Onitsha side. He puts it there. And now the beginning part of the sales funnel is awareness or attention or whatever. So Chukwuka was now walking on the road and he saw that thing and said, and I need furniture. My wife has been telling me that we should buy a blue couch. Okay, he walks into Chinedu's shop. Now immediately he goes into Chinedu's shop. Linda, that is Chinedu's secretary, comes and meets the man and comes and meet Chukwuka and say, Mr. Chukwuka, welcome. You want to buy furniture? We have the best furniture in this particular place. The man say, okay, no, I don't want to buy again. Linda, we know Igbo people now. Linda will draw and say, no. Okay, we have it. Come and check inside. So you can see step 1 is that the man looked. Step 2 is that Linda met the man, and step 3 is that the man has gone inside the shop now to go and check out the remaining chairs. So he goes, he checks all the chairs, and he finally sees the one he likes. Sorry, I'm having a lot of calls. So he goes and he finally sees the ones he likes, and the moment he sees the one he now likes, sorry guys, give me 1 second. Let me just take this call. So sorry for the mistake, guys. Sorry for the call. So let us continue. So where did I stop in my Chukwuka story? So Linda now takes him round and tells Mr. Chukwudi or whatever that this is that, and Mr. Chukwuka now say, okay, he wants to pay with POS, and they bring out POS, they debit him, and they give him his chair, and he goes home. So all those things that happen from the point when Mr. Chukwuka looked at the billboard, right, of Mr. Chinedu, till what Linda did to him, till they give him POS to collect what they call it, to collect everything that is collecting, right? It is all the same. Okay, all those things make up what? The sales funnel or the sales pipeline, right? All those things make up what? The sales funnel or the sales pipeline. So it's attention, the lead magnet, the nurture, that's to build trust, and the offer. So in that furniture example now that I gave now, it is attention just simply means to to put an ad or to put a billboard or something like that, right? The lead magnet now, probably maybe the man didn't even want to buy chair in the first place. Probably maybe Linda was looking like a very fine receptionist and he said, let me go and toast Linda. That can be a lead magnet. He goes there, he toasts Linda, and Linda say, come and buy something in our shop. As Linda was showing him around and telling him that, okay, things are good quality, they are nice, people normally buy from us. That is Linda building trust with the man. And the man now say, no, I don't want to buy this one, it's 300K. And you now say, no, it's 400K. You now say, okay, carry two for 500K. That is now an offer. It is as simple as that. I like the way I'm breaking down this marketing. It's even suiting me so that you guys can easily understand much more better. So let me quickly explain some real life experiences of myself real quick. But guys, just give me 5 minutes. I need to attend to something very, very fast. Just give me 5 minutes. I need to attend to something very, very fast. All right, I'm back. I'm back like I never left. I'm back like I never left. Yes. So let's continue, guys. Let's continue, guys. Let me quickly continue sharing my screen. Okay. So I want to give you guys some real life example on how some of all these things work. So I'm going to start with Dean Obole now, for instance. So look at Dean now, for instance, right? My video is still off. 1 second. Okay. That was a slight mistake from me. Okay. So let's talk about Dean Obole now, for instance, right? So look at Dean. Let me shift back a little bit. So look at his Facebook now. Let's assume that he wants to promote a forex broker. So all he simply does, right, is that he posts things that are forex related, and people are going to be liking it. And because Facebook, Instagram, what they do is that when they post something, they're going to show people that whether they are follower or whatever, his post is going to go far, and people are going to start clicking his link. I'm very sure he has a link in his bio. So when they start clicking his link, right, they now start to use that particular company. But this is a real life example of when I started back then. So there was this company called RiceVest that was into helping people save their money in dollars. This was 2021, by the way. And I now saw this particular company. I used to be a graphic designer, just like I told you guys earlier on. But I needed some income, and they told me that, okay, they're going to give me $5 for every person who comes and use the company services and spends $5 on the platform. I was like, wait, that means they're going to give me 100% commission. So what I simply did was that I now did a class, and I now told them that, okay, I went to go and gather my schoolmates, the ones that were I was in uni then, but in the ones in my faculty, I told them that, okay, I want to show them how they can invest $5 or spend $5 in the company and make a lot of money for themselves. And most of them attended. And after they attended, they spent the $5 on the company, they got the value for their money, and the company came and paid me 100% commission. And that was my first withdrawals into ever from CPA marketing. You can see you've made a withdrawal, whatever. This is my bank account number, and this was the first few money that they gave to me, first 5 money they gave to me, which was 21,000 back then. The exchange rate was still very, very good back then, and it was as simple and as easy as that. So some of my students using working system work with finance companies, just like I told you, like Sabinus and all that. And this is what is possible if you're working with a finance company, for instance. So this is $1,200 that one of my students made in a month. This $7,000 that another of my students made in one single month. And this is one of my students who bought himself a GLK 2012 from CPA marketing. And it says grateful CPA marketing got me this, right? So if you want to get to $1,000, you need a system that works, just like I explained everything to you. And I'm telling you for a fact that you need a funnel that people can pass through with a lead magnet that is totally evergreen. So guys, it is very simple and very easy. I love the way I was able to break down the examples and make you understand this thing, because it's very difficult for you to find people who can explain all these things the way I simply explained them today. So today we've been able to cover how to get high paying deals. We've been able to cover the different types of deals that you can get with different companies. We've talked about the different companies and the deals that they offer, and I've shown you an example of how to negotiate deals and how to apply. And I've even given you my deal negotiation template in the workbook I'm going to send after today's class. And we've talked about registration and setup, which I just showed you, and how to get people to your deals, even if you don't know anything, right? And I've told you about how the kind of best people that you need for your deals too, so that you can make a lot of money. And I've shown you a simple CPA system, which I used in 2021 to make my first 21,000 naira, and now I've made over even 210 million naira on the internet for myself. So here is your assignment for today. Like I said, it is self-assessment. So here's your assignment for today. So as always, please make sure that you go through the training and the replay, right? Make sure you go through the training and the replay and you watch it. Also, try to apply for any CPA deal that you see. Like, just follow the step that I showed you in today's class and apply for any CPA deal, and just so that you can get used to the steps of the application. Remember, you can apply for more than one. Let me know the percentage commission they give to you and all that, right? If you don't like the percentage commission that it gives to you, I'll suggest that you work with me and use my own. Then there's also I've shown you how to create a simple sales funnel. I've shown you Dean does his own by simply posting. As he posts, people are going to make inquiries, then he just gives them his link and they use the services of the company. For my own, I was posting about, okay, why it is good to invest money or whatever, and people asked about it, and I gave them the link, and they invested their money in that particular company, and they made money, and also made money for myself. That's a simple sales funnel, that you can use. If you know how to build those, your life is totally going to change, I'm telling you. Then also, I've shown you about the Facebook accounts that you can use for your marketing also, and we talked about different things. So one thing I want you to post on your status before you sleep tonight is post on your status that I am a money maker. Because remember, the first step to making money is change of identity. I told you earlier on, the first step to making money is that you need an identity change. You should be tired of whatever people are knowing you as if it is not making you enough money. All right? The moment your life changes, or the moment you change your identity, your life starts to change. So post on your status, I am a CPA money maker. I work with systems that make money. People are going to see that. In fact, to test what I have taught you today, right? Post on your status today and say, I am a CPA money maker. I work with systems that make money, and just leave it like that, right? Because some of you don't even believe that posting on your status can change your life. And if you post about one particular company on your status, your life is going to take a very high jump. Because now, once you post that, right, people are going to start asking questions. Then you will now come and meet me and now tell me that, praise, what you said is actually true. Because there's a way you will post something and people are going to start making inquiry. And these are some of the things that I teach my students. But we'll talk about that tomorrow in day 3. So that's your assignment for today. Go through the replay, watch everything, apply the deals, apply the company of your choice, right? And make sure that the pay is very high. Create a system, right? For try to create a simple sales funnel for yourself, right? And open a new social media account, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, and keep it to yourself. So it's self-assessment, right? Once you do it, check the workbook and be sure that everything is good for you. And I'll see you tomorrow in day 3. So normal now, testimony time. Let me show you guys some testimonies of some of my students and how they've been making some good money for themselves. So let me just quickly go to my academy. I like to share my testimony. It's my hard work, all right? So I must share my testimony. So where did we stop? Yesterday, we're showing you, look at this particular person now. He said he made $76. Today, I even withdraw $70 and $50 in your front. This is another person who was able to make how much? He didn't even put his own here. Look at this now. This person made over $190, right? Let me see another one. How much this person make? $33. This guy is just withdrawing his own small. This is $1,350 that this particular person made. And I want to see that one day you become like some of all these guys, and your life changes forever. So like I said, guys, yes, look at this one now, $1,200. Interesting. Do the exchange rate by yourself. So tomorrow by the same time, 8 p.m., we're gonna meet again for the grand finale of day three. Tomorrow we're gonna meet again by the grand finale for the grand finale of day three, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be mind-boggling, guys. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be what? Mind-boggling. So please do not miss tomorrow. So I want to sincerely apologize for the break in interruption during today's class, right? There was some times where some people tried to call me and all that. I want to tell you that I'm sincerely sorry. And yeah, I just want to see you tomorrow. Please remember to do your assignment and do your self-assessment. And I will see you very, very soon tomorrow. Stay good, be good, stay blessed. See you in tomorrow's class.